there! Welcome back to my channel. You may call me Miss Introvert, and today we're going to be talking about writer's block. You may have seen the video where I talked about writer's block before, and you can totally check it out by clicking the link. But yes, we're talking about it again because it's just such a big issue and we all have to deal with it as writers. In the last video, I went over some tips that worked for me, and in this video I have even more tips that have worked for other writers and for myself as well. Hopefully this is relatable to you and you enjoy. Before I begin, like this video and share it with your friends and fellow writers to help grow our introverted writing community. If you like the content on my channel, make sure that you subscribe and become part of the introverted writing community. On this channel, I cover tips for beginning writers every Tuesday, and I also go over some tips for those of you who are in school. I also have introvert and fangirl rants, which you can take part in the conversation on the comments section. It's mostly full of crickets, but there's plenty of room for actual people. Now without further ado, and getting over all of my small YouTuber jokes, let's begin. Number 1, mind your meditation. I know this one sounds boring, and as someone who has to be occupied by something most of the time, this one took some getting used to. But it works. All you have to do is just sit there. Relax yourself, find a comfortable position, maybe lay down on the floor, stare up at the ceiling, or just close your eyes. If you have a forest, a beach, or a mountainous scenery near you or in your backyard, what are you doing on your computer? Please go frolic in your meadow. Anyway, this method is helpful for your subconscious, because as you relax your mind, it just starts thinking on autopilot, and eventually ideas, some that you haven't even thought of before, will come to you. If you still don't enjoy the stillness of the moment and you'd rather do something to generate ideas, that works too. Do something with your hands. Organize something. If you have a job that involves organizing or sorting items on a shelf, this is a great exercise for your brain too. Go on a walk or go on a jog and just look at the scenery around you. If you have a dog, I would take them with you as well. They need their exercise. Whether it's a city, the suburbs, or a forest preserve, etc., just look around at it, scenery, generate those ideas. You can work out, take a drive, anything that just sets your mind at ease, but also gets it working at the same time. This might look like looking for anything else to do besides write, which is called procrastination, but it's really what you can do when you can do anything but write. Procrastination is when you want to write, but there is something distracting you. Maybe Netflix has a new series or there's a chore to do, and you decide to go do that chore or watch that series, then actually take the time to use your inspiration that you currently have. I've done that before so many times. Though it does help to have a clean workspace. And if you want to take a break at some point and watch that new Netflix series, then go for it. You deserve a break. If you keep writing non-stop, that's not going to work either. As your brain is paying attention to everything you're doing that involves active participation, you're thinking of multiple things faster as you exercise it. So as you can see, there are more ways that you can exercise your writing muscle than just writing. Although writing is one of the keys to the next tip that I have. Number 2. Journals are not just for decoration. I have been at fault for this so many times. I literally have stacks of journals. Stacks. Let me show you. These are not the only journals that I have. I have more in that closet. I have more in this drawer. I have so many journals. It's scary. But look at all of these. I have more on this bookshelf too. I have like a writing prompt journal. I have this one that I use when I'm writing. Oh my gosh, it's so empty. Actually, this one is almost filled out. It actually has drawings in it. None of which you should see. This one's my favorite. I regret this the most. I don't use this one as much as I should, but look at the leather. This one has like a little string that you can just kind of tie in there so that nobody can get inside. It's like a secret and it's just so fun. I don't know, but I don't use them. As you can see, journals have so much value for writers. If you're having trouble coming up with ideas or coming up with ideas while you're writing, then if you've already written those ideas down in a journal, they'll be right there waiting for you when you start writing. Write down notes about your characters and your plot, and write down what has to happen to tie up those plot holes. Everything that needs to be done before your book ends, write that down too. I've had to make checklists of things that have to happen because there's a lot of plot holes in the book I'm working on right now. Rough draft is finished, but it's a mess. Ask questions about your characters. Maybe you don't know everything about the plot yet, and you're still leaving it up to experimentation. So ask questions. Keep track of subplots and character arcs, because unfortunately, the human brain, though very useful, it forgets things a lot, especially when coming up with ideas that I didn't write down. In fact, you can even use your phone. There's literally a notes app that you can use to keep track of your ideas. Other apps like Evernote also involve organization to keep track of your notes. Organizing notes makes jotting them down so worthwhile. Number 3, what if nothing is working? Okay, if you've already tried all of these tips and even more like them and nothing is working, please don't feel discouraged. Everyone has their own way of tackling writer's block, and you just have to find your perfect method. And besides, even if you have to wait for that urge to write to come back, it's gonna come back anyway. It's not gonna be gone for good. Inspiration always comes back. In fact, I have a whole video that involves my inspiration talking about her own methods of how she inspires me, and also how she's sometimes not the most helpful entity in my brain. All in all, she had a lot to say about her role in the writing lifestyle. It can be annoying when all motivation disappears though. If you're writing about something you love, not being able to do that is just so uncomfortable, and it causes fears and doubts. Well, I hate to break it to you beginning writers, but you can't always rely on inspiration to write. Sometimes you just have to write consistently, and take breaks, and make deadlines and goals. I have a whole video on how to start this lifestyle and plenty of other videos like it, and I would love to help you writers get back on the writing path, or to start up your own writing path. Remember, motivation is fleeting, but habits are a firm foundation. And those are just some of the ways you can defeat writer's block. I hope this helps anyone who is looking for some advice on writing, and this is just my take on the subject. There are plenty of other ways to look at this concept, and you can modify my advice however you'd like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like and share this video to help grow our introverted writing community. Comment down below what you love about being an introvert, a writer, or even a fan of a certain fandom. I would love to start a discussion or a rant in the comment section. Me and the Crickets, man, we have some really good conversations together. You guys are missing out, gotta be honest. Well, that's all for now, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, check out my blog, or find the writing help you need on my Fiverr account. All the links will be in the description below. And stay basic. Okay, bye!